All right, welcome to Sport Tour on Enterprise TV, where sport news from the four corners of the world are delivered at its best. On today's menu, we'll be talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria against Lesotho. And of course, the NPFL returns. How about the Flying Eagles? The Flying Eagles were thrashed by Argentina by 4 goals to nothing. What has really happened to our age group football? We'll be definitely talking about all this today, 10th October 2025. If you are joining for the first time, please do well to follow us across all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. My name is John Olasukomi. Joining me virtually today on the show is Taiwo Ibrahim making a return back to Sport Tour. Taiwo, welcome to Sport Tour.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. It's nice to be here, and it's interesting that the Super Eagles are in action. We are going to be talking about them, but I'm excited to be here.
All right, we'll be talking so many things about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, but let's start with the match between Lesotho this evening. In the next few hours, we'll definitely be seeing the Super Eagles of Nigeria in action against, Lesotho in South Africa. All eyes on the new Peter Mokaba Stadium, South Africa on Friday as the Super Eagles lock arms with the Crocodiles of Lesotho in what promises to be a last chance match for Nigeria in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Now, Taiwo, it is no longer a news that, of course, once we come second, we are no more. We won't be playing in the playoff. It is no longer a news. Of course, we are not in any race for that one any longer. We've seen a lot of teams that are on 19, 18 points. So no chance for the Super Eagles of Nigeria to play any playoff. To find their way in the World Cup 2026. But the only way that we can make it to the World Cup now is to top that group with 17 points. And of course, Benin Republic on top of the log table with 14 points, 4+ goal difference. South Africa second, 14 points plus 2 goal difference. And of course, Nigeria at third, 11 points, 3 points behind Benin Republic and of course, South Africa. What are the chances of Nigeria making it to the FIFA World Cup next year, talking about 2026? Do we stand a chance, Taiwo?
You want to put me on the spot? I think it's be asking Eric Chelle and the Super Eagles players that one. But seriously, it's a sad one. But the fact that we still have a chance mathematically now is something interesting. But let's be realistic with ourselves. With the way the Super Eagles have been playing, do they deserve to go to the World Cup? No. You cannot be playing a draw against Zimbabwe. You cannot be struggling against Zimbabwe, struggling against Lesotho, struggling against Rwanda, struggling against Benin Republic, all those lesser teams, and be saying you want to go to the World Cup. I was checking the tables yesterday and I saw that Madagascar have 17 points. Even Comoros have bigger points than Nigeria. How? Madagascar, Burkina Faso, all of them have bigger points. 18 points, the one that have 17 points, the one that have 18 points. But Nigeria can have only 11 points from 8 games. And we are still hopeful of what now? I lost my hope about the team a long time ago. I'm not being hopeful.
That's serious.
I'm just... They can even struggle today against Lesotho. They may even struggle to win. That's how difficult it has become. They will struggle. You want them to win. Everybody has said, okay, they must win that game. It's a must-win game. You will see them struggling to even get a draw. It's that bad. So if we continue doing this thing, how long do we want to improve? How long are we going to wait?
Come on, I can't even remember the last time Nigeria won a game like back to back, like 3 times in a row. I can't even remember. The last time we won 4 goals to nothing, I can't even remember.
That's what I'm saying. Even when they are playing lesser teams, you expect them to show, okay, let's assume that the team is bad, even if we don't have a coach. But we've got individual players that 1 or 2 of them can single-handedly win games for you. Take away Osimhen from that team, what you have is a team of NNL standard team.
Come on. Don't go there, Taiwo. Come on. Not even NPFL standard team. Come on.
I didn't even say NPFL, I said NNL.
That's what I'm saying.
NNL. So
that's crazy.
We have players playing in the Premier League, players playing in the La Liga, players playing in top leagues in Europe. But what's the difference between them when Lesotho is playing? You can't see the difference. Against Rwanda, we saw what happened. Against Zimbabwe, we saw what happened. South Africa, okay, let's say they're even closer to us. In terms of talent, South Africa are not even close to Nigeria. in terms of individual talent in the team. But look at what they did. Let's assume okay, they are playing at home. There's home advantage. They are playing in front of their fans. They have the support. But what did our boys play in that game? If not for the last minute, show of this thing from Bassi. If not for Bassi, what will have happened? We have lost that game and the hopes will have ended. But good for them. Mathematically, it's still open now. But I don't see you see what will happen between South Africa and Zimbabwe. You see what will happen. It will shock you. South Africa will not drop points next week. But football, anything can happen. No. But Benin Republic too, they are in the driving seat. Both of them have 14 points. So it depends on how you can win. Our game against Benin Republic at home will be a major decider. But South Africa will win all their games, barring any unforeseen circumstances. But there's no hope for me. I'm not hopeful that they can get to the World Cup based on what they've done in the past. But if the god of soccer wants them to be there, apparently maybe South Africa and Benin Republic will have to fail to win their own games. But we shall see. By Wednesday, we'll know what we are saying. We'll know if they'll be there or not.
All right. Thank you for that one, Taiwo. Let's talk about the players. You've seen the list, the 23-man list. Unfortunately for the likes of Siri Desert, I was even shocked when I saw Siri Desert after course right back and not doing anything. And now we don't even have a natural right back. I want to play a crucial game against Lesotho. Don't you think it's going to be a tough one for the Super Eagles of Nigeria? And of course, it's a must-win game. And we must win well, not just a 1-0 win. Minimum of 3-0. And now in the midfield, no creative midfielder. I was so surprised when I saw the list. Just 4 midfielders. Come on, what is going on? Doesn't mean we don't have any creative midfielder in the whole world anymore.
You know why I'm laughing? It's because
I don't know what you tell me.
If they show your kind of passion, they will not be where they are today. If the players, the way you are exhibiting passion for the team now, if these players and the administrators show this kind of passion, we will not be here struggling to win against lesser teams and struggling to go to the World Cup. Now you're talking about natural right back. Fine, there's no natural right back, but is it today that they got to know that? Let's assume Osai Samuel got injured after the call-up, but Allah has been injured after the game.
Yes, of course. Since September.
Last game. Yes, September. So they had time to look for a natural right back. And don't forget that if there's no Tokumba natural right back, they will not do anything.
That is it.
And into the league to bring in a right back now. That's their problem. So if you look at the English national team, as long as James was out injured, they had to bring in this guy from Man City. Instantly. So, but Nigeria, if we don't have players that can fit that position, before they look into the NPFL, maybe a crisis has to happen. It's a normal thing you expect that, okay, the main player is not playing and there's no natural right back. We need a natural right back. Okay, let's go into you cannot tell me out of all the 20 clubs in the NPFL, there's no one single right back that can play for the Super Eagles. One.
That's correct.
So the administrators and I don't want to say the coach. You know why I don't want to say the coach? Because I know the coach doesn't select the team. So let's not say I'll be blaming the coach. Let's not come here and say it's the coach that cannot look into the league. If they want the coach to take players in the league, he will take it.
Yes, of course.
So if they are not going to be, so he's not the only one selecting the team. So that one is. But for the fact that the player, there are defenders in the team, I expect another Bruno Yemachi or he will find a way to play another player in that position. But whether they play a goalkeeper in that right back position, they should win. That game is a must win. It's not a problem. If they cannot win that game, then they should forget about anything that has to do with World Cup. Maybe the team should be disbanded. Because I don't understand why you play against Lesotho. If you let's play Lesotho on the beach, we should not be struggling against. We should beat them and show them this is Nigeria, this is African. Maybe before we used to be the giant of Africa, but at least this is an African team playing. Because the giant of Africa is not by mouth, it's what you show on the pitch of play. Look at the way the likes of Egypt, the likes of Tunisia, the likes of Morocco, the likes of Algeria. Look at the way they played against smaller teams. What happened to Nigeria? Even Ghana, even Cameroon are also trying. Nigeria.
I listened to one of these Ghanaian legends talking about Samuel Kuffour, and he said something about Ghana national team. He said that time that they were playing, AFCON qualifiers, they lost focus. But when it comes to World Cup, they put in their 100%, and Ghana won away from home 5-0. 2 days ago. But can we say the same thing to the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
They don't have focus, so that's the problem. They don't. All these things, all of us are shouting, go to the World Cup. The players, they don't see it the same way. If you see it the same way, you expect them to fight with their last blood on the pitch of play. But when you see them, you see as if they are forcing them to even play for Nigeria. We all saw it. This thing is not something that somebody is saying. We are criticizing them because we are not watching. We are watching. We are all watching their game for their clubs. We are also watching them for Nigeria. We see what they are doing. You want to complain about the pitch? Okay, let's assume you complain about the pitch. Are they not professional footballers? If they take them, for some of their clubs, they go to Azerbaijan to play football.
Yes,
would they complain about the pitch? They go to Baku to play football in Europe. Would they complain and say the pitch is not good and they will not play up? Because you know that in the next game you will not play. If you don't play in the previous game at your club, they will bench you in the next game, no matter who you are. But here in Nigeria, if you don't play, they even shut up flight for you in the next game. So that come.
All right. Lastly, before we leave the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Taiwo, we've played 8 games, 11 points, and of course, we've played, like 3 different coaches: Peseiro, Finidi George, now Chelle. If Nigeria get to miss out of 2026 World Cup, Taiwo, we should be blamed. Peseiro, Finidi George. We all know Nigeria. We know NFF. Peseiro, Chelle, NFF, all the players. We should be blamed.
Well, the fact is that I will first blame the players.
Okay.
Because they are the one responsible for going to the pitch and playing football. Every other blame will be secondary. The primary people that need to be blamed is the player. Because it's not the NFF that goes to the pitch of play to play against Lesotho and play 1-1 now. Is it the NFF that struggles against
but they make the arrangements. They select the players.
Administratively,
they are part of
you
it.
say that no, I'm not saying they're not part of it too.
Okay.
In the portion, if you are portioning blame, in terms of if you are portioning blame critically, you cannot blame.
Taiwo, are you still with us? All right, we'll try as much as possible to reach out to Taiwo Ibrahim. We were just talking about who should be blamed. Is it the NFF, the players? And of course, he said the first person or the first set of people that he will blame is the Super Eagles players. All right, of course, I would definitely blame the players, as he rightfully said. Of course, they are the ones here. They are the ones that will definitely represent us at the World Cup. I don't know why, that's why they call them super chickens sometimes, but it is what it is. But let's see how it goes. We are still pressing our calculator. We just hope that the likes of Benin Republic and of course South Africa gets to lose a point. All right, away from that, let's move straight to the NPFL. 8-time Nigerian League champions Rangers International FC secured the crucial 3 points in a rescheduled match day 5 NPFL 2025-2026 fixture. They defeated Abia Warriors 2-0 in the Oriental Derby at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium on Wednesday, 8 October 2025. Taiwo, are you with us? All right. Maybe his network. His network is not cooperating. Let's see how it goes. And of course, in this weekend fixture, we'll be seeing the likes of KUN KHALIFA versus Enyimba, Plateau United versus Barau, Abia Warriors, we slug it out with the KANEMI Warriors, Rivers United versus BAYELSA United. There is something about NASARAWA United. I said it after match day 3. I said, watch out for NASARAWA United. They've been one of the best teams in the league this season, winning on the road and, of course, winning at home. It's going to be a tough one against Enugu Rangers, no doubt about it. But let's see how it goes, whether they definitely get a way, to win this one against Enugu. They're on top of the log table as we speak. WARRI Wolves will host Niger Tornadoes. Wikki versus Kwara United. Katsina United versus REMO Stars. REMO Stars have been struggling on the road this season. They've not been doing well away from home this season. And of course, we all know they've sold some of their key players. And of course, they also brought in some of foreign players. And of course, Daniel Ogumare needs to work more on this. On this team. He's part of the. He's in South Africa right now. He's part of the technical crew. Of course, the coaching crew definitely be leading the Super Eagles of Nigeria against Lesotho today. 10th October 2025. Kano Pillars versus Shooting Stars. Talking about Kano Pillars, Rabiu Ali at 43 or thereabouts. Come on. Big man himself is still scoring goals for Kano Pillars. Come on, that's crazy. Rabiu Ali, I was still in secondary school since that man. I've been playing playing NPFL. Ikorodu City versus Bendel Insurance. All right, away from NPFL, let's move straight to the under-20. Following their elimination from the ongoing FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile, Flying Eagles head coach Aliu Ziberu has expressed disappointment over his players' poor performance in the 4-0 defeat to Argentina. Taiwo, are you back? All right, it is no longer news that the Flying Eagles are out of the Under-20 World Cup in Chile. They lost to Argentina 4 goals to nothing. Of course, the head coach has come out to express how he's feeling. Of course, how he felt about the match. He's very disappointed and all. And for me, when I look at that team, one of our colleagues said something about age grade of football, and he said, when he was in secondary school, when he was growing up, age grade football used to give him joy, but not in 2025, not in 2022, not in 2020 anymore. We've been struggling in the last few years. What is really the problem? And of course, after Argentina trashed this under-20 team, and a video clip of John Mikel Obi of over 2 decades, talking about 20 years ago in Netherlands, surfaced. And of course, we saw how John Obi Mikel was instrumental to that team at that tournament. Of course, he came second alongside Lionel Messi and of course Taiwo. That team was led by Samson Siasa, produced a lot of fantastic players, the Obasi, the Okoronkwo, the Akman, and all. All right, Taiwo, are you back with us?
Yes.
All right, I was just talking about, the under-20, how they were trashed by Argentina. 4 goals to nothing. And after that game, John Obi Mikel, performance at Netherlands 2005 surfaced online. We all saw the performance. Does that mean we cannot produce another John Obi Mikel? We cannot produce another Chinedu Obasi? We cannot produce another Van Sekin? These are fantastic players during their days. What's really wrong with our age grade football? Taiwo.
So the problem, the sad truth is that was the last time we had a good under-20 team. Since
20 years ago.
We've not had anything close to that team. In terms of talent, in terms of, normally the age grade teams are supposed to be a feeder team to the senior national team, whereby players go from the under 15 to 17 to 20, maybe under 23, and then to the Super Eagles. But now, how many players have progressed from under 20 in the last 20 years? So in the last 20 years, you cannot count 10 quality players that are consistent in the Super. I'm not saying they have not moved from Super that are consistent. Like you said, like the likes of Mikel now. Mikel was very consistent with the national team. Aside from Mikel, how many players moved from under 20 to the Super Eagles? Maybe Ahmed Musa to start from the age grades. But aside from Mikel and other Ahmed Musa and you can't mention 10, sir. That have been Super Eagles consistently. It shows you that something is wrong. It's not as if we have stopped producing talented players. If you go into the streets, go to the grassroots club, you see players. But you now ask yourself, if we are this talented, why is it that when we now go to when we go to age grade competitions, we struggle to feed people that look like farmers and mechanics on the pitch? You now begin to ask yourself, did they screen these players? Did these players go through any form of screening? Even this under-20 flying Eagles team, they struggled in the competition. They lost the game and they lost the first game, won the second game, and drew the last game.
Managed to win the second game against a Saudi Arabia team.
Saudi Arabian side. Anywhere you see Saudi Arabia, they are not ever a good team in football. Whether under-20 or under-17. Why did we have to struggle against Saudi Arabia? Okay, now they now find a way to the second round play. Argentina showed them how football was supposed to be played. We know Argentina when it comes to age grade football, they are one of the best sides in the world. They have good age grade teams. Under 17, under 20, Argentina will always be Argentina. There will always be one standout player that will do the job. But look at the Flying Eagles. The team has been struggling even from the under 20, from the CAF, from the Waffle Cup. You cannot see to get. Normally, if the senior team are not playing well, you want to go to the junior team and see that, okay, what the senior team are lacking, you are seeing in the junior team. But you cannot see it. There's no togetherness. The team don't play as a team. There's no style of flavor. They just like kick and follow football and then just balloon the ball. There's no style. So if you cannot get style in under 20, is it the Super Eagles that you get the style? So you can under 17 to fail to qualify for the World Cup. That one went under the radar. Nobody's talking about it. That one just went like that. Now, most of the competition we've been struggling in the last 10 years. Our age grade footballs have been struggling. There was a time we didn't qualify for under 17 World Cup twice consecutively. Under 20, the same thing. So what's going on? You're asking yourself. We have talented players now, but the problem is administration. The problem is that the best players will not be picked. The best players are never going to be picked. If you like know how to play football more than Messi, if you don't do the right thing when they are doing screening and everything, they will not pick you. That's how sad it is, and that's how bad the football. That's why our football has been going down towards the dregs.
It is what it is. All right, thank you for that one. That is how much we can take on Sports on Enterprise TV7. If you are here to follow us across all social media, endeavor to do that. We are at Enterprise TV7 across all social media platforms. Visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Taiwo, your correct score, Nigeria Lesotho.
1-1.
Come on, that's crazy. I didn't see that one. Come in. My name remains John Olasukumi. See you next time.